Years ago, I was on a paid 8-week kind of work experience project with a state government department. And when I started and had a meeting with the manager, she handed me a report. It was about this thick, and she said, read it, tell me what's wrong with it, and put down some ideas around how we can fix it. And as well as that, she said, I don't micromanage, so I'm not going to be hovering around you. You can manage yourself and manage your time. And if you have any questions, please come to me. My door is open, so please don't just sit there panicking about anything. You need to come and ask if you have questions. And she said also, based on your CV and our conversations through the interview, I trust you, you've got this. I know you can work out what's wrong with this report and present some great ideas to fix it. So how was that for an experience? And after I read the report and wrote down all sorts of things, we had another meeting and I said to her what I thought we could do. And she said to me, or she asked me actually, well, how would that look as an action plan? What's the first thing we need to do? What's that biggest priority? What is the win that we can get out of this? And it was fantastic to have her ask me questions versus telling me what we're going to do. I was engaged because she actually wanted to hear my opinion. Now, that experience is all about delegating for development. She had a piece of work that had to be done. So she took that project and saw an opportunity that she could give this to one of her team or a work experience person as a development opportunity. And it was amazing. It was one of the best work experiences I've ever had. And she's one of the best bosses I've ever had. And it's actually one of the underlying reasons why I wrote the book Delegate. I think that in my work with managers and leaders nowadays, it's the reasons and the fears that drive the avoidance of delegation. You know, they're very real, and they're valid fears and barriers, but they're fixable. And that's the important piece to know, that they are fixable. I often hear leaders say to me and managers say to me, oh, I don't have time to delegate. It's just quicker if I do it myself. Or everyone else is already too busy. Or by the time I show them, I could have already done it. And that's often driven by, you know, maybe they won't do it to my standard. I don't trust them to do it the way I want them to do it. Or what if it goes wrong? I don't really want to cop the blame. And another interesting one I heard, and I hear this a little bit sometimes, is what if it goes really well and they get promoted above me? So for something like that to be a fear, then something's going on, right? And interestingly, another manager said to me once, or asked me once, if I delegate all my work away, won't I have nothing to do? Won't people think I'm being lazy? The boss would be mad at me. And so we needed to have a bit of a reality check on that. You're not going to be delegating all your work away. And what I cover in the book is identifying those barriers and understanding them and what you can do to fix them. But also, there are things you cannot delegate away. You simply cannot. They are either linked to your level of authority in the organisation or to your specific expertise. So you won't be getting rid of your whole role. But the reality of being able to delegate is that you can free yourself up to do your work. You can give yourself time to think and make sure that the work you're doing is at the best standard for you. Now that's the first part of it in some regards. The next bit is to be able to decide what can and can't be delegated using a decision map. And then after that, it's following the steps to delegation thoroughly. And once you have those steps embedded, it becomes super easy, and your confidence in knowing that the actual delegation is working will go through the roof. And you'll be sitting there saying, like some managers have said to me before, I should have been doing this sooner. If I knew how to do it like this, I would have been doing it a long time ago. And I know that's a bit braggy, but it's true. I have got the 9 steps set out for you so that you actually double your results and halve your effort. And when you follow those steps and you can see how your engagement and your employees go up, your trust and relationships improve, the actual results and the outcomes are achieved quicker and cheaper, and you know, everyone else is, it's like a well-oiled machine in a lot of ways, because you're using delegation to not just discharge work, but also to de-stress and to develop. And I think that's a critical thing to think about. I love this whole idea of helping managers and leaders delegate so that they can double their results and halve their effort. If you'd like a copy of Delegate, grab a copy today, and inside there, included in this, you'll see links that take you to a whole lot of template downloads, the delegation decision map, some posters that you can put around your office to remind you. There's also an assessment piece, which is a really interesting way to learn and continuously improve the way you delegate. If you'd like a workshop, I'd be delighted to run a one-day workshop with your team. But grab a copy. It's all there for you. It's a how-to. There's not a lot of waffle in here. It's all about how to get the best out of your delegating so that you double your results and halve your effort. Thanks.